Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are feeling a little bit better. We were dealing with a little bit of a rough sore throat to start the New Year's, but hey, it is what it is. We got to deal with it. But nonetheless, today we're going to be talking about Hedera HBAR. I do want to dive into a few things. We will be addressing a couple things. Right now, the main thing that I have been really kind of stressing and really kind of giving you guys a little bit of an insight on is just where we are at this point in this market. I mean, we are in 2023. We are getting close to, the halving date for Bitcoin. It's still roughly 500 some days away. But overall, I do think that this bear market is coming to that point where it's almost an accumulation point. And, if we do look at a few things around this market, what I have been addressing is just kind of making sure everyone is staying on top of the legitimate projects in this space that are not only building out incredible utility for some of the largest names around the entire world, not even this space, and some of the largest players around, finance, business workflows, like we'll say, ServiceNow. ServiceNow has been a big one. But yeah, I do think that right now, for those HBAR barbarians out there, we have an incredible opportunity in front of us. And I even said it over on Twitter. I said, we will witness an event like the dot-com bubble in crypto where we will see tokens that have strong utility rise above the rest. This is why I hold assets like HBAR, XRP, Casper, QNT, XLM, Algo, XDC, and so many other incredible projects. And if you hold any of these projects, comment down below what you believe is going to happen within the next couple of years around crypto. Because in my opinion, right now, we are still in a very, very speculative market. People think that, all right, this is what's going to happen. This is, 100% the truth. And a lot of Bitcoin maxis do think that Bitcoin is going to be the only asset. There's nothing else better than Bitcoin. The technology is incredible, even though we all know it's really not. And yeah, I mean, like when we really kind of look at things happening around the space, I think that people will be kicking themselves soon, for not buying HBAR under, we'll say 4 cents, right? Because under 4 cents to me is just free money. I've always said this. And we do see over here, most won't even touch HBAR right now at one of the most critical times in the market. When HBAR is in the top 10, people will be wishing they started averaging in under 4 cents. And I was quoting Credible Crypto. He got asked, is this a good range to DCA into HBAR? And we do see absolutely. We've retraced back to the origin of the last move from which we ran 12x after a near 12-month consolidation. If you're bullish on HBAR, it's a great time to be DCAing, in my opinion. And yeah, when we look at this, like, look at how crazy this is on a 1-month chart. Look at where we are at price range. I mean, like, I even have the chart over here. Yeah, I am expecting lower price action. I even said, like, I'm expecting about 15% from where we are at now. What's 15% realistically speaking? Like, I am fine DCAing down 15% if I have to. Like, look at the price range that we're at 2019 price ranges. This is crazy to me. And, could we go lower? Could we come back down to possibly test like these lower candles back here at like 2.5 cents and stuff? 100%, it's possible. I even said like possibly 3 cents down to this range, which would be like a 22%. It's 100% possible. But look at what could happen after the fact, right? We look at just like the all-time high that we recently hit back in September of 2021. Like, look at this. This would be a 17x opportunity, a 1700% run up. Now, what I'm looking at is like the 4618. This is an 80 some x gain, an 81x gain, an 8,122% run up. This is if we see this low down here. From the current price, this is about a 70x almost, a 6,700% run up. Do I believe that this is possible? 100%. We've been talking about this for a while. In my opinion, I do think that $3 to $6 is possible. I mean, even going off the max fib outline up here, the 8, this would be about $4.50. And I said, like, the max fib outreach has been reached in the past, like on tokens like Luna, for example. And we all know what Luna was. But one thing that I have been noticing on the weekly is look at where the RSI is. The RSI is in massive oversold levels. the lowest levels since going back to January of 2020. Now, yeah, on some of the other time frames, like we look at the monthly, looks like we could see, lower, but we also could have already bottomed out. It's questionable. In my opinion, I do think that we will go lower. I think that we will test the January 2021 low, which would be at around like 3 cents almost. We've also looked at the 3-day span, which on the 3-day span, I have this horizontal line down here going all the way back to 2019, and where we seen the RSI kind of bottom out back there. And then I also question the daily as well, which on the daily, yeah, you can see the RSI. It's not, it was oversold, but now it's kind of hitting back to the moving average up here, the SMA, and we'll see what we, see next. But right now we still are at some significant resistance against all EMAs. So we are watching price action quite a bit, but I have started to DCA into HBAR. I think that's an incredible opportunity. I think I don't even know what $1,000 gets you right now, but I just recently gave away a ton of Casper, and I might be giving away some HBAR, so definitely stay tuned for that. But nonetheless, let's talk about some metrics that we recently just seen happen on Hedera. So what a way to get into 2023. Over 112,000 plus accounts were created on Hedera. Check out the overview by Zepsi. And yeah, here we have Zepsi, and he is talking about Happy New Year, everyone. What a way to start 2023. 112,000 plus new HBAR accounts created today on the Hedera mainnet. Look at how insane this is. It's crazy. It really is crazy about how much activity is pouring into Hedera. And a lot of people are always stuck on one thing. I don't know if I have. So here we have Hedera transactions. So everyone's stuck on the TPS, which I totally get it. I understand. Trust me. By now, I was expecting a lot more TPS demand. I do believe that it's coming, but, we have to wait. I was expecting Avery Dennison to go live in fall. We didn't get that, so we just really kind of have to be patient. I know that we've been very patient recently, but we are seeing some incredible metrics here. Transactional volume on the weekly is up about 18.35%. We're still seeing roughly 600,000 or so transactions on a daily span. So we're at about like 4.2 million transactions on the weekly. On the monthly, we're down about 62%. Gonna be honest with you guys, down about 62%. On the yearly, I don't know if this is gonna load. It takes a little bit. So on the yearly, we're down about 61%, almost 62% as well. Obviously, a lot of those transactions were ramping up back in 2021. Since then, we've been in a bear market, so transactions are dropping quite a bit. We did start to see transactions ramping up during the summertime into the fall time frame due to NFTs and things like that. Account creation, though. Account creation is up 1,400%. In the 1 week span, we've gone up 145,000 accounts. And on the 1 month span, you guys can see it, 189,000 accounts, 249%. And here you guys have that one day where we had 108,000 accounts. Today alone, about 16,000 almost. And on the 1 year span, about 920,000 accounts, up 80.71%. This is incredible to see. You love to see it, and I really do think that this is something special. And you do see the transactional value as well down there, sitting at about roughly 3 billion HBAR, and on the 1 month span, sitting at about almost 9 billion HBAR. That's right, 9 billion HBAR. Crazy. And in the 1 year span, this takes a little bit of time to load. We are sitting at about 103.4 billion HBAR being transacted in terms of transactional value. So love to see it. And you guys can see the transaction service types down here as well. A lot of it and most of it was from the consensus crypto as well. And this is on the 1 day span. So if you go to the yearly span, this will also give you an insight on just where we are seeing a lot of that transactional growth coming from. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Here you guys have it. So again, most of it from the consensus, most of it coming from crypto, and then the rest is from the nodes, contracts, and stuff like that. So yeah, incredible metrics in my opinion. I know that the TPS demand just isn't there yet, but it's okay to me because I do think that long term we will start to see that TPS demand ranging much higher. And I seen this tweet over here from Crypto Sleeping Giants. I did get tagged in the post by someone in the comments, but we do see why HBAR reason number 99, that NASA proposal saying why to use Hedera. Hedera's public DOT that solves all of the challenges and inefficiencies of the blockchain. Unlike blockchain, Hedera Hashgraph provides for transaction speeds up to 500,000 per second. And here you guys have the NASA proposal. We've seen this before. You know, we talked about the possibility of NASA working with Hedera. It 100% is possible. But, I mean, listen, you know, in a world where when we first seen this being posted, this was going back to, I want to say like 2020, 2021, I believe. A lot of people were questioning this because DLT was being talked about quite a bit, but we didn't see massive names adopting DLT yet. Now, I mean, come on. Look at all the announcements that we've seen in just 2022 alone around DLT technology. So, in my opinion, yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before some of the largest names out there are utilizing this technology. I mean, look at the GC members alone. So, again, to me, I do think that the Hashgraph technology is something special. I think that's the next evolution of crypto tech, very similar to what we've seen with like the Bitcoin blockchain, then we've seen like the Ethereum blockchain, and now we're seeing, you know, Hedera Hashgraph, the Hashgraph technology. And a lot of people are questioning like, what is better? You know, is this better than, you know, HBAR? A lot of people say DAG is, a lot of people say this, that. I don't really care about, you know, who the next generation of crypto tech is. What I care about is the adoption cycle of what is next, because you know, so far, yeah, Bitcoin has paved the way. Ethereum has done incredible with their smart contracts and, you know, the overall marketplaces around NFTs and stuff. But I do think that the inefficiencies behind Ethereum has kind of made it hit a roadblock in terms of adoption. I do think that whatever comes next, and I would argue that within the next 7 years, and I'm not talking about the next 7 years from, you know, today, I'm talking about from, we'll say, 2018, so by 2025, I think that things are going to look a lot different around this space because I'm going off the estimated time, you know, well, I should say, you know, the launch date of Hedera Hashgraph, which was 2018, very similar to what we've seen with Ethereum, because within like the 7-year time frame, arguably it's like around 6 years possibly, you know, Ethereum reached incredible heights. So when we look at Hedera, I don't think that it has the adoption of Ethereum just yet, but I believe that we will get there, especially with all of the, you know, adoption that we've already seen around Hedera, you know, with some of the largest names out there. I think that once we start to see some of these go live, like ServiceNow, for example, ServiceNow is a great choice, you know, to really kind of talk about just the mass adoption that Hedera could gain, because I do think that digitizing workflows around major companies and entities is a huge stepping stone that a lot of people just kind of overlook. But also look at some of the other large names that are behind Hedera. I mean, like we talked about FIS, we talked about Aberdeen, we talked about some of the largest financial giants around the space, really kind of looking at Hedera and saying, okay, yeah, this is the technology that we want. This is the technology that we need because of the efficiencies. And again, you know, we still have a large amount of growth left to, you know, really kind of see. I think that Hedera still is very well in its infancy, but I think that going forward, we will start to see things shift, and we will start to see the big picture coming together. I always look at the TVL. TVL right now is dropping. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, the TVL looks great. No. I mean, TVL doesn't look bad compared to other chains, but TVL right now is down almost major chains. I mean, I have all the chains over here. We could see the 1 month change on all of these. Ethereum down 6%, BSC down 16%, and Solana down like roughly 15%. I think HBAR is down 19%, and you can compare it to some of the other ones like Algorand is down 52%. Absolutely crazy. Kava or Kava, however you guys pronounce it, almost down 30%, and there's some other ones as well. But hey, we are still very well above ADA by roughly $3.7 million, and we are also above some of the other players around the space that a lot of people look at, like Tezos. There's a few other ones down here. IODEX, I know IODEX was a big one that a lot of people were talking about previously. and even KDA. KDA is also another one. But nonetheless, like I said, I do think that TVL will grow, substantially going forward. I think that right now everyone is just in this market and really kind of looking at, okay, well, maybe I should sell my HBAR. Maybe I should sell my HBAR because the price has dropped massively. I mean, going all the way back to, we'll say, the all-time highs to now, I mean, we're down roughly 94% on this last candle on the weekly. If we come all the way down to this area here, it would be like 95%. So if you think about that, most people will get shaken out on these drops. But to me personally, when we look at where HBAR is, where we look at, what's happening around Hedera, I think that anywhere in between this green line here is going to be a substantial area for incredible wealth creation. I mean, think about it like this, right? From that low that we recently seen to this high here, it's a 67 or 6,700% run up. So a 67x, almost a 68x. If we outreach to this high up here, this is a 119% run up. Now, always, like I said, take your profit. This 140x off of this low down here. I always say, like, take your profit. Take your profits. Make sure to secure some profit. I'm always looking at the $3 range. The $3 range to me is always great. Here's a few insights. So it's about roughly a 78x almost to a 92x off of these lows. And these are two completely different lows. We are at this current price. At this current price to $3, it's about a 78x. To me, HBAR is an incredible opportunity. I will continue to look at Hedera. I will continue to stack HBAR. And listen, if you don't agree with me, you don't need to watch the videos. You don't need to support HBAR. You don't need to support Hedera. You don't need to buy HBAR. I'm not telling you, and I'm not sitting here saying you need to buy HBAR right now. Listen, do your own research, understand what you are investing in, and understand what you hold. Because if you don't do that, guess what? You're going to miss out on incredible opportunities, and ultimately, you are going to get wrecked because you don't understand what you hold. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.